name is Rachel, and I am a solution architect from Lucid. And today I'm going to tell you about one of my favorite features of Monday.com. So my all-time favorite feature is the Connect Board column. So there is a lot of different uses for the Connect Board column, but at its core, it's used to simply link items to other items that exist on other boards. And the mirror column that goes with it is based on the connections. And so in this case, we're seeing the dollar amount that is being mirrored from that partnership board. And so we can see this information as it exists on the item itself from the other board. So if we go to the Clean Environment Organization here in Partnerships, we can see the dollar amount of $50,000. And that is what's being mirrored over to this initiative board. We can also see we can add more than one connection to an item. So for example here, on this Q1 initiative, we have both Sustainable World and Science Institute connected. And so the mirror column is a combined of these two. So on Sustainable World, we go back here, we can see 150,000, and then Science Institute for 200,000, with the mirror combining them together. We can also click on here, and we can see those numbers individually. One of my other favorite features is based on the Connect Board column, and it is a view on the item. So through the item here, we can add an item card. We can also add the Connected Boards widget. So first we'll need to make sure we can edit, and then we'll add this Connected Boards. And so the benefit of this here is that we can see the full items and all the columns that are connected right here in this particular item. So by default, it adds this information, but let's say we don't need that for now. So now we have this information, which is reflected here of these two partnerships that are connected to this initiative. But let's say we want to see more than just the committed dollar amount here. We want to see everything there is to know about those partnerships. We can now open this up, go to the item card, and we see both Sustainable World and Science Institute along with all of their information. And with this Connect Board widget, we can also change this information directly in this widget. So that way we can save time by not needing to go back and forth, but rather just see the information as it exists on another board within this board. One of my favorite features is the stacked bar chart. Now, a chart widget can be added directly to a view of a board or through a dashboard that pulls multiple boards together. Either way, you can adjust your settings of your chart to choose the stacked bar chart. Now, what I like about this is that it adds an extra variable. So if we're just looking at, let's say, a bar chart, we have an X and Y axis, but with the stacked bar chart, we now have the option to stack by different things. So let's take a look here. So right now we have our relationship status here as the X-axis, and we are counting the Y-axis. So let's go ahead and look at the org sector as our third variable. So we'll go into the settings, click on stack by, and then we'll change this to org sector. So now we can see split up within our solid here, we've got 1, 1, and 1 for a total of 3. So this gives us the count in total for the solid. And we can see that we've got 1 in research, 1 government, and 1 environmental. What's really nice about this is you can have both data points at the same time. So not only can you see the total, which is 3, but you can see the numbers that make it up. We can also choose expanded stack mode, in which it puts those stacks side by side. So this can be really helpful if you need to compare them to each other, versus if it's not expanded, if you want to see and focus more on the parts within a whole.